I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Dan. Great to be here with you today.
Today we're talking about something that happens to literally every English learner. In fact, it happens to native speakers too. You're speaking, you're making sense, and then suddenly your brain just goes blank. You forget a word, and it's terrifying in the moment because you freeze, you panic, you think everyone's judging you. But here's what I've learned over years of talking to English learners. How you handle a forgotten word actually shows confidence.
So there's a right way to do it?
There's a natural, graceful way to do it. And when you do it right, people don't even think twice about it. They just help you and you keep going. Let me give you an example. I was on a call with a client last month, and I was talking about this project, and I just forgot the word. And my panic was so obvious. I stumbled, I looked down, I just froze.
What did you do?
I just sat there for like 3 seconds in silence. It felt like an eternity. And then I apologized 5 times. I'm so sorry, I can't remember the word, so sorry, this is embarrassing.
And what happened?
Well, the client looked uncomfortable too, and it made this awkward moment that wasn't awkward to begin with.
Exactly. Because the first mistake isn't forgetting the word. The first mistake is how you react to forgetting the word. If you treat it like a disaster, everyone else will too.
So, what should I have done?
Well, that's what we're diving into today. Let's talk about the phrases and strategies that actually work.
Okay, so first situation. You completely blank on a word. You have no idea what it is. What do you say?
Just ask.
Just ask. Phrase number 1, what's the word I'm looking for? This is direct, honest, and it immediately gives other people the chance to help.
And they usually know?
Usually, people like helping. It makes them feel good. So you're actually doing them a favor by asking.
That's a good reframe.
It is. Another version is, what's the word when something is? And then you describe it. Like, what's the word when you're really, really angry? And they say furious or enraged.
So you're giving them context to work with?
Right. And that's actually helpful for them. They're not just guessing. You're giving them clues.
What if you kind of remember the word, but you're not totally sure? Like, you have a sense of it?
Great question. This is where you say, I'm trying to think of the word. It might be something like, and then take a guess. It might be something like ephemeral?
And if you're wrong?
Perfect. And if you're wrong, the person corrects you gently and you keep going. No big deal.
What about when you remember the first letter?
Oh, that happens a lot. You say, it starts with a B. I'm trying to think. And often the other person just gives you the word.
That's actually helpful.
It is. And you're being honest about what you remember and what you don't. That's not weakness. That's clarity.
Okay, so we've got direct questions, descriptions, and hints. What about when you want to describe the whole concept instead of the specific word?
Like what?
Like, I don't know the word, but what I mean is that thing you do every day where you run in circles to stay healthy. And they say jogging.
That's actually a good communication skill.
It is. And here's the thing. If you can describe something without knowing the exact word, that's fluent communication. That's what matters.
What about in formal situations? If you're in a business meeting, how do you handle it?
Good point. You can use slightly more formal language. Instead of, I'm trying to think of the word, you could say, I'm searching for the right word, or the word escapes me at the moment.
That sounds more professional.
It does, and it still shows honesty. You're not pretending to know. You're just handling it with a bit more polish.
What about the thing people do where they apologize over and over?
Oh, I see this all the time. Someone forgets a word and then, I'm so sorry, I can't believe I forgot. This is so embarrassing. I know this word, I'm sorry.
And what do you tell them?
I tell them to stop. One simple acknowledgement is fine. Just say, I forgot the word, and move on. Don't make it bigger than it is.
Because the energy you bring to it is what people pick up on?
Exactly. If you're calm, they're calm. If you're freaking out, they get awkward too.
What if you remember the word after the conversation is over?
That's perfect, actually. You can say next time you talk. By the way, the word I was trying to remember yesterday was people appreciate that. It shows you care about being precise.
So it's not a failure if you remember later?
Not at all. It's actually nice. It shows engagement.
Well, the client looked uncomfortable too, and it made this awkward moment that wasn't awkward to begin with.
Here's something I'm wondering. Do native speakers ever forget words? Sometimes access to one particular word is just slow. That's not a failure.
I like that perspective.
It matters because the shame is what makes the moment awkward, not the forgotten word itself.
So, what's the single best phrase if you had to pick one?
Oh, I'd say, what's the word? With a slight pause. It's simple, it's honest, and it immediately signals that you're looking for help, not performing.
And people respond well to that?
They do, because you're not being defensive. You're not apologizing excessively. You're just asking. And asking for help is a sign of confidence, not weakness.
That's a good note to end on.
It really is. Because at the end of the day, forgetting a word isn't about your English ability. It's about how you respond in that moment. And if you respond with grace, that actually shows competence.
Thank you so much for listening to the Everyday English Chat Show today. If you forget a word in your next conversation, remember, it's not a failure. It's just part of the process.
Yeah, use one of these phrases, stay calm, and keep the conversation flowing. People respect that way more than perfect English with no personality. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'd love to see you in the next episode. Until then, keep speaking. Bye for now.